The recent Nigeria trip for Meghan and Harry was full of bumps and awkward moments, but I have to say the worst moment during the whole trip was when Meghan called herself powerful and beautiful, among other things. Let's get to the crunch. During a somewhat self-indulgent speech in Nigeria, Meghan fully embraced her inner Nigerian woman. All 43.5% of it. Throughout this trip, she was really milking the idea of being almost half Nigerian. She tells us that she felt like she was home, but it begs the question, would she have felt like she was home if she had received the treatment of a normal tourist, rather than the very confused, royal-esque treatment the Nigerian government decided to give her? The treatment which many Nigerian people begrudged, feeling that the money spent on welcoming the celebrity couple who barely do anything to their country could have been used to help the many poor and suffering people of Nigeria. But within the royal treatment was one real lowlight for the couple, when they played God Save the King, especially for them. Did the Nigerians not get the memo that they called the king a racist? Or that the king, who is severely ill, doesn't have even 5 minutes to greet them anymore? I can't imagine that God Save the King is Meghan and Harry's favourite song at the moment. Being obliged to stand for the anthem after Meghan refused to go to his coronation and refuses to bring the grandchildren for visits must have left a very bitter taste in her mouth. But to the worst moment, in which she accidentally called herself courageous, brave, powerful, and beautiful. It is worth bearing in mind here that she would have thought of what to say beforehand, or at least I hope she found the Nigerian people important enough to prepare a little for this segment. So she genuinely thought that when someone told her they were not surprised she was Nigerian, reading between the lines, what they were, in her opinion, actually telling her was that she was beautiful. As nice as it is a compliment to the Nigerian women, it is equally a huge corking compliment mainly to Meghan herself.
Oh, we weren't surprised when we found out you were Nigerian. Oh, no. What they define as a Nigerian woman is brave, resilient, courageous, powerful, beautiful.
That's more than a little awkward, as really some of these points are subjective. Is she beautiful? Well, obviously Harry finds her pretty, but she happens to be quite ugly on the inside, and honestly, some people might not find her that pleasant on the outside either. Is she courageous? I would argue that she's less courageous than any of the actual Nigerian women in that room. Lastly, have you ever wondered whose country Nigeria is?
I'm very overwhelmed. So I want to start by saying thank you very much for just how gracious you've all been in welcoming my husband and I to this country. My country. My country.
That's right, it's Meghan's country. Just in case you had any doubt, who would have guessed it? She has only been there for half a second, but it's her country now. So how are the real royal family handling the media build-up around this phony royal tour of Nigeria? Well, just as we expected, they have much more important things to do, and that's why we love them. Someone said, she's 100% full of BS. There we have it, the real results of the DNA test. Bravo. Hit like if you think Meghan calling herself beautiful was slightly more than a little bit embarrassing, and subscribe to help the Crown family blossom. Tap the notification bell to make sure that you never miss a future episode, and we'll see you down in the comments.